What's poppin', y'all? What's poppin'? So your girl came to rant, communicate, conversate, whatever you like to call it. And today we are going to talk about don't let nobody's negativity bring you down, okay? Kill their negativity with kindness, okay? But first, let me cleanse the energy. God, I pray that you take any negative energy that is around us, that is near us, that is trying to stop us, and send it right back to the sender for their highest and greater good. I also pray that you keep guiding us down the path that we need to go down so we can learn and be the best that we can, so we can elevate, grow, and heal from the traumas that we went through, heal from the negative energy that was thrown onto us, heal from the generational curses that was born onto us. I pray that you keep allowing us to grow and thrive and be a better person. I pray that you keep allowing us to see the positive in the negative, to see the positive in the world, to see the positive in my life, in their life, in our lives. God, I want to thank you for allowing us to be here, allowing us to hear your message, allowing us to feel the things that you want us to feel, that you need us to feel, so we can learn and grow and thrive and be a better person. God, I give thanks for allowing me to be me. I give thanks for allowing me to hear you. I give thanks for allowing me to experience you and your love. Amen. Ashe. All right. Y'all, this is another blackout. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And this motherfucker, as you can tell, is finna burn for real, because some negative shit tried to get me today, okay? So this bitch is burning. The thing is, I usually light my shit just like this, like normally, and it don't burn this much. The fact that it's burning this much just lets you know, girl, sir, ma'am, y'all, we got a lot to talk about, okay? But first, for those that do not know, I know you're probably like, what the fuck is going on? But this video is a blackout. Your girl's been doing a couple of blackout videos recently because I've been doing my messages mostly at nighttime. And I'm not outside, so y'all aren't going to really get the chance to truly see me. For those that don't know me, grab your blunts, grab your drinks, whatever you want, grab your snacks, because we finna sit here and get this message from God, okay? But first, hi, hello, my name is Lina. I go by Lina the Hood Therapist. I am here to help you heal and thrive, only if you want to. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to force you at all. It's up to you to decide if you want to heal and thrive and be a better person, or stay the same, okay? Not just your surface level healing, but also deep down inside in your soul and your spirit. So for those that know me, that's been here before, welcome back, my love. And for those that are just now coming on here and experiencing me, hi, hello, my love. I want you to know, if you decide to stay in this journey of healing with us, I want you to know it is not going to be easy. It is going to be hard. You are probably going to have to fight for your life, but at the end of the day, it is worth it. So, are you prepared to fight for your motherfucking life and experience something so beautiful, so grand from God? Or do you want to stay where you are? All right. Now, back to the topic at hand. Do not allow the negative energy that is getting thrown at you to make you negative. Instead, allow that negative energy to be the negative energy and kill it with kindness. So, let me tell y'all about my day today. Today, at my job, I work today, by the way. At my job, they had me up at the counter. So, I was working the cashier and register and all that shit. And there's a couple of us up there, right? There's a couple of us up there. So the day I'm going doing it being smooth, it's smooth. It's my first day actually being up there at the counter and stuff like that, right? So I'm up there and we're doing all this stuff, and literally I basically almost get through the whole day without no problems. Like, of course, there was things that I had to ask questions about, like, how do you do this, and what do you do for this, and where do you put this, and yada, 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 because like I said, this is technically the first time that I've been up there fully, instead of going up there for a little bit and then going right back to the floor, okay? So I'm learning more than I usually am. So, as the day go on, everything's fine. Nothing's going on. There's no problems, All the customers are cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I bit my fucking cheek, the inner part of my cheek earlier. Wait a minute, bitch. I don't need you to burn that much, ho. Bitch. God, I don't need it to burn that much. Cause that bitch, we in the car, so let's not do too much. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Let's put this out a little bit. Cause that bitch started to go more and more and more as I'm looking at it. And I'm just like, I know you want to cleanse that energy, but I don't need to cleanse that much right now. Cause bitch, it was never that serious. And I know God probably like, well, it wasn't that serious to you, but it was still serious. It was still a lesson that was serious and yada, yada, yada. But back to the topic at hand. I guess I can tell y'all while can you get out? I don't have no water in here to pour on you. I have sparkling water and I'm not trying to pour that on you. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, of course. That's the goddamn string that's attached to the bitch. I'm finna show you a magic trick. I'm finna burn that bitch. Hold on. I'm finna stop that with my hand. Hold on. Ooh. That wasn't even that hot. Look. There's another one. Boop, boop, boop. Perfection. And that's not burning this much. Good. Don't burn too much, because like I said, I don't need to burn too much. But back to the topic at hand, right? It's 15 minutes. 15 minutes until I clock out, because I got there by 1:30 today and I left at 9:30. So I have 15 minutes left to clock out until I clocked out. It was literally 9:15 and I'm over here enjoying myself. I'm literally even dancing like, yeah, 15 minutes left. I got 15 minutes left, enjoying myself. Like, and not only that, the funny thing is today was the first day that my feet didn't hurt as bad as they usually did, because I switched out my shoes. And when I tell you, I was actually, I wasn't in as much pain as I was the first couple of weeks that I worked, okay? So not only was I was having a great ass energy. My day was all right. Nothing bad happened. I'm chilling and vibing. I'm over here dancing because I got 15 minutes left of my motherfucking shift, right? And the time's ticking down. And I want to like 20. I had no, not 20. I had like 10 minutes left, right? It got down from 15 minutes to 10 minutes left until my shift, right? And this woman, she comes up to my counter, and we start to get a line. So I'm doing what I'm doing, and this woman comes up to my counter, right? And I will be real with you, I don't know what happened to where it got like that, but I think it's because I was talking to like I think I was talking to like one of the employees, right? That was up there working with me. And I was also helping her, but she was holding out one of the items. And so something happened to where I was asking her, what did she want me to do? Or I was asking her a question or something. And I asked her, like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, I want you to ring up my stuff. Just like that, too. And I'm just sitting there, like, in my head, I'm just like, huh? No, like realistically, I was like, huh? What's going on? Like, I don't get it. Like, I simply asked you, what did you want me to do? Because you were just sitting there holding it, and there was something else that was going on. So I was confused. And she was like, I just want you to ring on my stuff. I just want you to ring on my stuff. That's all I want. And, she's like back talking. And I'm just sitting there looking at her. And I'm just like, ma'am, all I was just asking, what did you want me to do? Okay? It's just a misunderstanding. I didn't understand because, you were just standing there holding it, and you was holding it at a distance, and my mind was somewhere else and all that jazz. So it was just like, okay. And then she's getting more amped up. She was like, just ring up my stuff. Like, and then she starts saying shit. And I'm just like, ma'am, I was like, I think I said something about like, love, like, I'm not trying to, be disrespectful or anything, love. Like, I was just simply asking, what was wrong with you? And she said, I'm not your love. And I was like, okay, ma'am, like, I'm trying to respect you. Like, it's like, nobody respects me. And she's like, I'm not your ma'am, and nobody respects me, everybody disrespects me, da, 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 da. And she's just talking, and I'm just sitting there, and like I said, we had a line, and there was only me and this other guy that was up there at the front, and he was taking everybody while he was ringing people up while I was ringing people up, but I was ringing her up, and everybody was literally sitting here looking. And bro, when I tell you, I felt the energy, and I was just like, oh, here we go. Oh, this motherfucker is shifting. See, for those that do not know me, I can feel when certain energies shift in the room, and I felt that energy shift. And I also felt all those eyes that were on me and that woman trying to figure out what the fuck is finna go on, because I'm not the only one feeling the energy shifting, because not only was she talking and running her mouth and doing all that, and I'm trying to tell her, like, like, it's not what it, like, calm down. Like, I didn't tell her calm down, but I'm just like, relax, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not trying to step on no toes, basically. Like, I'm just trying to help you. I didn't know what you wanted. It was just a misunderstanding. Like, okay, like, calm down. And I was telling her, like, especially when she's like, nobody respects me. And I was telling her, like, why wouldn't I respect you? You're a human being just like me. They're like, I'm not just gonna randomly disrespect you. Like, why would I disrespect you? Like, why wouldn't I respect you? Like, and then she went off and you're like, nah, because you're probably going to rob me later. And I'm just like, huh, ma'am, what are you talking about? Like, I don't rob people. That's not me. I'm not that type of person. She's like, yeah, you rob people. And I'm just like, no, I don't. She's like, it might not be you specifically, but your people. And I was like, huh? And dude, when she said your people, I was sitting there looking at her like, ma'am, what are you talking about? My people. What do you mean? And I was like, you mean your people? And as this was going on, the dude that was standing there working with me, he's literally over here walking the lead, like, hey, like, you need to come up to the front, you need to come up to the front because shit's about to go down. And he's looking at me, like, I look towards him and he's looking at me. He's like, are you good? And, like, basically lipping, like, is you okay? Like, hey, like, you can just stop and there's all that extra shit. And I'm just sitting here in my head, like, I've been through worse shit. She's just running her mouth. That's all she can do. Like, she's a human being and I'm a human being, bitch. You really think I give a fuck about this job? If you put your hands on me, that's a different story. But if you're gonna run your mouth, that's okay. You have freedom of speech. You can run your mouth. But once you start getting disrespectful and getting to the point where you want to be hands-on action, then that's the problem. So I'm just telling him, like, yo, like, it's cool. Like, I'm fine. Like, this is nothing. Like, I've experienced, like, in my past, for those of you that do not know, in my past, I experienced some similar shit like this, but actually, it was way worse. I was real young for what, if we want to do it in a context of where I was at I was at a register and I was one of the cashiers trying to help a customer. It was way back. I used to work at Walmart and I was a cashier. And one of the motherfucking customers come up to the motherfucking cashier and I scan that shit. And I don't work in the back, so I don't know nothing about it. And she's like, oh yeah, and you're the pricing said this back there, and it's not what this is. And I'm just like, ma'am, ma'am, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but this is what it rings up as. And she starts coming at me. And this is when I was younger, like, I want to say 17, maybe. I was still in high school because I was working with one of my high school, well, not working with her, but I was at high school. I don't remember if I was 17 at the time. I think I was 17 though. But anyway, I was there, right? And I had that moment, and it ticked me off. Like, when I was younger, I kept shit in, and she really made me mad to the point, like, I was crying, bro. I was literally crying in front of this woman, and she didn't give no fuck. And the sad thing was, it was a black woman doing that to a black child, like a black teenager. Like, bitch, are you serious? Like, you should have some respect for yourself. And not only that, respect for the black community. And not only that, bitch, I'm a fucking dog. I'm a girl. I'm a female. Like, a woman to woman to basically female. You should be like, damn, I'm not trying to do this to you, because it's not, for one, it's not even your fault, because you're literally a fucking cashier. And for two, you are a black woman, a black child, just like me. So that automatically should get you to the point where, like, okay, maybe let me rethink some things, because this is a young child. And not only that, she's literally just a cashier. I don't know if she goes to the back or not. But yeah, I was literally crying my eyes out, bro. And literally the customers around us was watching me as I was ringing her up. And then not only that, the girl that she was with, she was behind her, right? And that woman did all that scene, made that scene and everything, and that woman was there, and I had to take a moment for myself. And she was like, just ring me out. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with you dumb bitches? Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. In my head at that time, that's not what I thought. But right now, in my head, it's just like, you dumb motherfucking raggedy ass, trash ass, no class having ass fucking bitches. You lucky I'm not who I am today, because if I was who I am today, I would have really disrespected you respectfully. Like, bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? But I wasn't. I was still that young, naive girl that didn't really know shit, and never, when it came to conflict and all that shit, I kind of broke down and cried, because, like, damn, well, why me? Why am I constantly being in conflict? And it got to the point where, like, my manager literally had to pull me to the back, Somebody took over for me, and they had to pull me to the back because I couldn't stop crying. And I literally was crying, like, I was crying. And the thing was, it was more of, I was crying because I was so heated, because I know that I wanted to put my hands on that woman. But I also know that my mama didn't raise me like that. My grandma did not raise me like that. So I'm not going to put my hand on this elderly woman. And she wasn't even that elderly. She looked like she was in her fucking late 30s, early 40s. But still, it really took me. And I'm just like, wow, bro. And like I said, they pulled me back and all that shit happened. So that, and just think, that was in my past. And then another time where I had to literally not allow, like, the negative shit to take me over and try to kill the customer with kindness, even though I was crying, the first story I was just telling you about, even though I was crying at that time, I still tried to be nice to that person, I still didn't disrespect that person, no nothing, because, bitch, you didn't deserve that shit. Even though you did me fucking wrong and dirty and all this extra shit, I still wasn't that type of person to disrespect you, because, for one, that's not who I am. Okay? And so I had another one. And this one, it was a man, right? And it was a black man. A black man. And this is when I was working security. I wasn't no cashier, okay? I was working security at the time. And I was going in. I don't know if y'all, I've told some stories about this man on my social way back. I don't know if any of y'all have seen that, but I was literally in CVS. And the funny thing is, actually, I don't think that CVS is there anymore. To be my bad, y'all. My Wi-Fi. I'm literally sitting outside. Oh shit. I'm literally sitting outside, so my Wi-Fi is a little fucked right now, but I hope y'all can hear me. But like I was saying, It was at a CVS. That's not there anymore. And I was saying I don't think any of the CVS's, well, the ones that I worked at, they're getting shut down. Actually, one of them shut down and literally not even there anymore. Like, they literally de-built it. Like, they destroyed it. Like, it's gone. But it was when I was security guard at a CVS, right? And it wasn't that late, I don't think. To be honest with you, I don't know what time it was, but I think it wasn't that late, but it was almost late, right? And this man, he's, I guess, supposedly a homeless man. He comes in, right? And I don't even see him come in, He comes in and he gets all this stuff, right? And at CVS, I usually do my rounds. Like, I'd just be walking around the store, to see the customers and, to basically keep an eye on, if there's people that's stealing or doing something they shouldn't be doing and all that jazz. And so I happened to walk to the back of the store where the CVS pharmacy was, right? And I'm back there, and there's this man that, excuse me, for one, I think at the time the pharmacy was closed. And there's this man that was back there, and there was the pharmacy was back there, but they was like getting ready to close and all that shit, right? And the man's back there, he's like, I need bags, can you give me some bags? And asking for bags. And I go to him, and I'm looking, and I'm just like, he's like, I just need some bags, and can you give me some bags? And in my head, I'm just like, if you went up to the front and paid for that shit, they would have gave you bags, so why are you back here asking for bags? Because you're trying to steal all that shit. And I told him, sir, I'm like, sir, what do you need bags for? He said, I need to bag this stuff up. And I'm just like, sir, you need to leave because you didn't pay for that and you don't need bags. You're causing a ruckus and all that jazz. And this man tried to be dominant. He seen that I was a woman and he tried to be dominant. And for those that was like, oh, here she go playing the, oh my God, I gotta spit. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, it's gonna be so gross. Listen, I'm so sorry, but I had to spit. But yeah, for those that's like, oh, she's only saying that because yada yada yada, because how did she know he was trying to be dominant and this and the third and blah blah blah? Because I can feel it, and not only that, I can feel it, I could also tell because of what he was saying. He was calling me a bitch. He was talking about, oh, you bitch, da 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 da, slap hoes, da 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 da, talking all that mad shit, bro. And I mean, he's up in my face, like he's like, like 2 inches, 3 inches away from me. Like, we was almost touching belly to belly type shit. Like, we was that close, and it was so close to where it wouldn't. Okay, let me stop being a little dramatic, because it wasn't that close, because I think he was spitting a little, and that shit was almost hitting me, but it wasn't too far to where, it felt like a distance. No, like, it's like when you're standing next to somebody and have a regular conversation, and y'all not, I want to say a foot, but anyway, he was just calling me bitches and this and that and da da da, slap hoes, blah 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 blah, you bitch, da 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 da. He used the bitch word quite often too, and he was all up in my face talking shit. But you know what the funny thing was? That nigga was still walking. Even though he was calling me a bitch, even though he was talking shit, even though he was doing all that shit, he was still walking. You know why? Because I was sitting there standing my ground, smiling at that nigga like, oh, bitch, please. In my head, I'm like, bitch, please, I will knock you fucking down. If you only knew who the fuck I was, do not play with me. I might be this girl is petite. She not even petite because I'm 5'2", but I'm a big bitch. I'm not even petite, bitch. I might be 5'2", but I'm a big bitch. So, like, motherfuckers think I'm soft. I don't know how you think I'm soft. Do you not see me? I am a big bitch. Like, I get it. There are big bitches that are soft, but I'm a big bitch that's technically from the fucking hood. And you don't know that because I don't look like where I've come from. I don't look like where I've been. I don't look like what I should look like because I take care of myself and I walk with God. But you would know that shit because what? You don't know me. So, That motherfucker thought he can degrade me. He thought he could use his, oh, I'm a man, I'm dominant, on me. But the thing is, you don't know, I had a brother that always, me and him always tussled. I always had a sister that every once in a while we would fight. Like, I was not weak. And some people that's on the outside, they might think I'm weak because they don't know me for real. Because when I'm outside, I try to keep a sane face because, baby, I can get there. And I don't like when I get there because it can get scary. And motherfuckers like, oh, they don't get scary. No. And she's not scary. She's just talking. No. It can get scary if I really wanted it to. That's why I try not to let this negative shit bring me down. Because if I ever get there, bitch, you would see me in the motherfucking, on the news, smiling big, bitch. Because I still wouldn't give a fuck about what I did. And I meant it. Even if I did some shiesty shit, I still meant it. Whatever I do in this motherfucking world, I mean that shit. So you would see me on the motherfucking television smiling a big ass smile because yes, I did. And it'd be 25-year-old. Well, I guess at that time I would be what? 20? Maybe turning 21? Or I could have been 19. Either way, I was around those. But it would be like, such and such age, African-American girl, then unalived, 30,000 people. Like, I'm that type. Like, when I get mad, I'm that type of female. Like, you need to look out for it because I'm the silent ones are the deadliest ones. The silent ones are the deadliest ones. You think these loud talking motherfuckers is the dead? No. I'm telling you from experience. Because I know my life and I've seen other people's lives. Motherfuckers that be loud and yeah. No. They're not that big of a deal. Because they wouldn't want to be seen like that. The motherfuckers that know that they will off a motherfucker, they be chill. Because they know if I get to that point, bitch, it's over. So I'ma just chill. I'ma just step back because I'm not trying to go to jail today. But, like I was saying, back to the story. I was literally sitting there smiling in that man's face because I wish you would put your motherfucking hands on me. You ain't finna put nothing on me. Like, you can talk and call me bitch and that don't faze me. My brother do that at home. So what you finna do? Like, what's that supposed to mean? Because you're saying it to me. I got a brother that said it to me on the daily. What are we talking about? Now, my brother might not have been saying exactly what he said, but my brother called me a bitch quite often. And I'm pretty sure he still do. Oh, you acting like a bitch, bro. You're a bitch. Yeah. Still do. Do I give a fuck? Fuck no. But like I said, as he's walking, he's going. And walking and talking shit and yada, yada, yada. And I'm killing him with that smile that God gave me. That beautiful, shining, magnificent smile. And sometimes I do be thinking my smile is a curse. But during that time, in that moment, my smile was the brightest motherfucker in the room. Cause what? Oh, you thought that was gonna faze me because you called me a bitch? You thought that was gonna do something? Nah, nigga. I'm still kicking your motherfucking ass out, so get the fuck out. And I wish you would put your hands on me because then I'm going to jail today. And you going 6 feet under. So what's up? Right. And like I said, he kept walking and talking and walking and talking and walking and talking. But he got out though. And he went on about his way. And I ain't see him at all for a while. And then like a couple of days later, I'm back at that CVS doing my security job. And I'm standing outside the door. And guess who I see? That motherfucker that was over there talking shit, calling me a bitch, this and the third, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. He walks right on up to me. He said, I just want to say sorry, man. Like, I was really drunk that day. And not only that, and he starts to tell me his fucking life story about how he was a pimp, about how he treated women, about how he disrespected hoes and all this jazz and yada, 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 and shit happened to where now he on the motherfucking street and That's his life. And he, not only that, he was telling me how he got touched when he was a child and all this extra shit. And he thought it felt good because, like, I'm a boy. You know what I'm saying? And that was a grown-ass woman. And I think he was saying something about it being his motherfucking mama's friend. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I knew. When he said, I felt it. I felt that he went through something in his life. That's why he was how he was. That's why I just smiled at him, because I know I ain't do shit to you, so why are you mad at me? Just because I took what you was trying to steal and told your ass to get the fuck out because you know damn well that's not okay. You know damn well you shouldn't be stealing from somebody. Yeah. You not mad at me. You mad at yourself and you mad at the world. So I'm going to smile at your face so you can know you ain't phasing nobody. But yeah, he came right on back and he apologized. Told me his life story. Told me all that shit. And why he treated me the way he did. Why he called me that, this, that, and the third. When I tell you people do that to me, it's not even funny. People come to me and they try and do some shicey shit, and then they come around and be like, I'm sorry, you know, I was going through some shit and I apologize because you didn't deserve that shit. Or they'll just come and do some wild ass shit and I'll never see them again. But I know they learned their lessons, because when motherfuckers come across me, they learn their lessons. Even if it takes them years, they will eventually learn their lesson. So, I've experienced this shit before, right? Man, I don't know how I feel about this LaCroix. Well, I don't know. It's a drink. It's a sparkling water, bro. It's a lemon sparkling water. It kind of tastes like lemon cream. I'm not a big fan of this, but it's not that gross. Like, I can still sip it and finish it, but it's like, would I ever buy that shit again? Probably fucking not. Yeah. But like I said, I've experienced this shit before. And that woman, when she was talking about your people and this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 I was just like, okay, ma'am. Like, I'm like, yo, you mean your people? You like, yeah, and all this, and she was just talking. And then I seen my lead coming up, and she comes up to the front, and she's like, what's going on? And I'm just like, it's just a misunderstanding. You know, because eventually, like I'm telling you, this woman, she was just talking. She wasn't getting rowdy or anything and louder. No. She was low, but she was still getting to that point of disrespect, which I don't give a fuck, because motherfuckers disrespect motherfuckers. What is that supposed to mean? Is that supposed to hurt my feelings because you disrespected me? When it comes to certain people, I don't give a fuck. If you're a stranger and you're disrespecting me, cool, you're a stranger. Whoop-de-doo, bitch. But if you're somebody that's close to me, and you disrespect me, then that's a problem. But like I said, she was a stranger. Ma'am, you don't know me. You don't know me from a can of paint. How you gonna talk about your people, you rob and da and all this bullshit, right? And like I said, my lead came and I told my lead, like, it's just a misunderstanding. And like I said, I was still taking care of this woman while my lead was there. And the man was like, oh yeah, you know, cause like I said, she eventually stopped and really took in what the fuck was going on, because the fact that she's over here doing this, everybody's looking at us. Not only that, the lead came up here, and then she's sitting there thinking like, oh my God, like, am I tripping? Right? So once I told the lead it was a misunderstanding, she was like, all right, just come talk to me afterwards. And I was like, okay, cool. So as I'm finishing up, God damn. Hold on. Bruh. But like I said, after that happened and the lead goes to the side, you know, and the dude's, you know, the dude is still helping, you know, the customers because they're still in line. And as I'm finishing helping her, she's sitting there and I'm assuming she woke up from whatever the fuck was put over her. Whatever demon that was trying to take a hold of her in that moment. And it happens a lot, especially when it comes to me and interacting with humans. It'll eventually happen again. I'm pretty sure it happens to a lot of us. But when it comes to me, it happens quite often. So I'm used to that shit. And she, like I said, I guess she woke up and she realized something took over her. And she was literally apologizing. She was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what got over me. Like, I just woke up. Like, she's like, I don't know what just got over me. It's like my brain just woke up and I realized that I was being mean. I don't know why I became mean over here, da 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 da, and all this extra jazz. And I'm just like, it's okay, love. It's a Monday. Like, it's a Monday, bro. Like, I get it. It's a Monday. Like, I get it. It happens to the best of us. You don't gotta apologize. You don't gotta keep apologizing to me. And I wouldn't have minded if you apologized or if you didn't apologize. If you did or didn't, like, I wouldn't have minded at all. I still knew that you were going through something internally. So I didn't care. I didn't put that negative energy that you were spewing out back to you because I knew that negative energy was just something that was attached to something that was inside of you. For those that don't understand what I'm talking about, when I told you this story and I told you what she was talking about, did you get that this woman has been through a lot? Or did you get in your mind that, oh, she's a bitch? Like, for those that talk about, oh, she's a bitch, da 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 da, all that extra shit, like, oh, fuck her, da da da. She told you what went down in her life, bro. If you really listen to what I just told you, she literally said, oh, you're probably going to rob me later. Nobody respects me. Oh, your people. What does that tell you? That woman has been through a lot. And she has not healed from the trauma that she's went through. And right now, something triggered her, is triggering her. It could be anything. It could be my energy. It could be all the energies that's around her. It could be something that's going on in her life. It could be something that she thought she thought she heard or she thought I said. It could be anything that triggered her. Especially if you're going through a lot. And I could tell she was going through a lot because she had, it looked like, I don't want to say she looked awful. Yeah. I don't want to say she looked awful. I want to say she looked like she was a little rough. Like she's on the streets. But I don't think she was on the streets. I can't tell you if she was homeless or not, basically. But she looked rough. I'm pretty sure her hands were dirty. Even her hair and skin looked a little dirty. Like there was like dirt on it. But she could have just been having a rough day. Regardless of the situation I seen that her spewing that negative energy on me has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with what's going on in her life and her. That's why I was saying, don't kill the negativity with negativity. Kill the negativity with kindness. Let them know, like, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to cause you any problems. I'm just here to help you, my love. And I don't know if I said this, but when I was saying my love and, ma'am, she was like, I'm not your love and I'm not your ma'am and da-da-da-da. And I was just like, what am I supposed to call you? And she didn't even answer me. I'm just trying to respect you, my love. You are human just like the rest of us. And I get it, your life might be going through a lot, but that doesn't mean you are not human. That doesn't mean that you don't experience things. That doesn't mean that you should be treated any type of way. You should be treated just like the rest of us because you are human. You're not trash. You're not something that's off the ground. You're not an object. You're not none of that. It was, yeah. It was I truly feel sad for that woman. And I pray that whatever she got going on in her life, that she can learn her lesson so she can grow and be a better person, because like I said, I can see that shit on her, bro. And I wasn't even worried about it, you know? Her doing that, like I'm not gonna hold you. During that moment when things were getting heated, my body was reacting. Like the inside of my body was reacting. But it was only reacting because it felt the energy shifting. So it was alarming me like, hey, 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 hey. You feel that shit? Like, you feel that shit? Like, hey, hey, hey. You know when you're... It's like when you know you're going through something in life and it's like something that is serious and your body starts to alarm you. Like, take this as an example. As in, you walking down the street and you happen to turn around and you see this person. And you keep walking, you keep walking. And you just, something tell you to turn around again. And you see that person again. And you keep walking. You going left, you going right, you going up, you going back, you going left, you're going right, you're going up, you're going back. And you look back and you still see that person. And your body starts to give that feeling of, hold on, wait a minute, am I going crazy? Do you get that feeling? Do you know what I mean when I say that? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all understand what I mean, that your body starts to alarm you, to alert you that, hey, you need to pay attention because some shit might go down if you don't focus. You know what I'm saying? So that was my body. My body was like, okay, Lina, like, listen, you feel the energy. You feel that this person is got something on them and it's shifting the energy. So let's shift it right on back. And for those I know, you be like, why would you shift it right on back? Because that's me. I'm not gonna hold you. There was a lot of times where I had to shift the energy back in the world, in my reality, where I was somewhere and something was happening. And I had to turn that shit back around. It's easy, but it's not easy, because you can make the wrong move and that energy would get worse than what it was. You got to be careful when it comes to shifting energies, changing energies, trying to make one energy go from angry to happy, especially when you have been, or should I say, you have not been in this angry's energy before. You don't know how this angry is going to react to certain things. So you have to figure out what type of thing you can say to this angry energy, to where this angry energy can calm down and be this happy energy, this joyful energy, this peaceful energy. It is hard to do that. It is hard to switch energies, change energies, but it's not as hard as you think. Like, it's hard, but when you are somebody that truly focus and actually can analyze the scene, the situation, what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing in that moment in time, it'll be easy. But some people just can't focus as much as that. Some people can't analyze their surroundings that fast. But yeah, that shit be crazy, bro. when you have to switch energies, shift energies. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the last time I'm going to have to shift the energy like that, but it happened. I'm cool with it. Shit, it might even be worse than the next time, and I pray that it don't. God, please don't do that to me. I'm chilling. Like, I already know. Like, okay, I get it. You're gonna be powerful already. Yes, I get it. I know that I'm going to grow more, especially when that time comes, especially because I've grown today, right? So I understand that I'm gonna grow more, okay, God? But still, I don't want to experience that, so don't do that to me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Cool. Back to what I was saying, y'all. Sometimes you gotta shift energies, And like I said, the energy shifted, especially when, like, I kept the energy from getting out of hand because it could have been way worse. She could have got way worse. So me talking to her and just simply having a conversation with her, yes, people around were like, whoa, like, is this gonna go down? Like, what's going on? But I was just like, it's okay. It's cool. It's fine. Just like I told my team member, it's okay. Like, I'm cool. We got this. It's okay. Like, we're not gonna let this irritate us. We're not gonna let this negative energy rub off on us to where we rub that shit back onto that person. We're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is take that negative energy, transmute that shit, and give it to God, so God can take that energy and give it right back. So it was cool. Like I said, she was apologizing and all that jazz. And after that, my lead was standing over there, and the dude that called my lead was over there talking. So I go over there to, talk to them, like, about the situation. And he was talking to her about the situation and all that. And she was, I was telling her about the situation. And she was like, what I can hear is that, it was good, it didn't escalate to something bad. Just next time to call a lead, and let them know more details. I don't know what he told her. All I know is that he called a lead. I think that's what she was trying to tell him to, let's just next time, like, I'm not trying to scold you or anything. Like, y'all did good. What y'all did good. But next time, just give us more details so I can know what I'm walking into, and that's it. And she said that it sounded like I was handling myself, so it's fine. Just next time, call a lead. And I told her, like, I didn't call a lead because I was more focused on this woman, because, like I said, this woman is shifting the energy, and that energy is shifting to the point where things might get out of hand. So I'm trying to have a conversation with her, because obviously she's trying to have the attention on her in sort of a way, if I should say. Or for those that understand, it's like when you are dealing with somebody that is doing that, or should I say that is spewing out negative energy like that, and you can see that this person is going through something in life, you have to give them attention while they're talking, because if you don't, it could, not all the time, but sometimes it could escalate, because they're going to think you're not fucking listening to me. You're not even focusing on me. What you got going on? Like, I said this and da da da. I want you to ring up my shit. Da da and it could get way, way worse out of hand, just because you ain't listening to the customer that's over here arguing and getting rowdy and all that jazz. So I told her that, and I was also telling her, like, I also seen that the team member that I was with was calling you, so that's why I was like, okay, cool, he got it. You call, I'll handle this so it doesn't get too out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, it's fine. Like I said, this wasn't, she's basically saying, like, this is not some type of scolding situation, okay? This is actually an open conversation because, you know, just to say, like, y'all did good. Just next time, you know, when you call the lead to give detail and all that jazz. But yeah, that shit was crazy. Cause the dude was like, man, he was like, man, he said, he was like, you was doing that. No, not doing that. He was basically saying, like, you was handling that really well. Like, like, I was fine. Like, I was, you know, cause I was there and I was just like, okay, she got it. You know, she's handling that. But once that woman says some out of pocket shit talking about you people, I had to call the lead. And this is a white guy. He said I couldn't stand there. He said I couldn't stand there and let her say that and not do nothing. Like, I'm just like, I'm not worried about this woman. Like, you know how disrespectful this world can get? Like, motherfuckers has disrespected me before. Like, this is nothing. And she's not even really disrespecting me. Well, if you talk about you people, but she's not really disrespecting me in that because she's not talking about me. Like I said, she was talking about her past shit that was going on in her life. You people? What people? The people that hurt you? The people that did you wrong? And the thing is, when I'm at work, bro, I gotta really pull myself. My bad, y'all. Like I said, the Wi-Fi keep going in and out. But I'm gonna say, I don't know where we stopped off at, but I'm gonna say, when I'm at work, I have to pull myself back because like I said, I'm a healer, right? Hold on, y'all. The motherfucking what's the names came on the lights. But anyway, like I said, I'm a healer, right? So I'll be trying to have conversations with people, but not in that type of way. Like, oh, I'm going up to somebody and talking to them. No. I'm just there, like, if we bump into each other, hi, how are you doing? Good. How are you? I'm good. That's good. Okay, cool. But then there's people that's like, hey, how are you doing? And I'm good. How's your day been? And it's like, oh, it's been okay, you know, work and stuff. And I just got here, da da da. And then the other people's like, yeah, you know, it's been really busy, you know, da da da. Or I've been doing this, da da da, or doing that, and da. I'm finna go make me some tacos at home, blah 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 blah, stuff like that, you know. And sometimes, like I say, I come across people to where I say things that I know is helping them, you know, because you can, I don't know if y'all be feeling that shit, but I be feeling that shit. Like, you can feel when you are helping somebody, truly, genuinely helping somebody, not just the physical vessel, but their spirit, their soul, bro. It's really crazy. And I experienced that a lot, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I kind of forgot what I was talking about before that. But, like I said, oh, yes. I try not to, you know, be more on the healing side, what I do outside of work compared to the job that I'm working, the 9 to motherfucking 5 that I do. I try not to put those together because I don't put them together as much because I know that the power that I hold can truly cause not a good reaction in certain people. So I try not to put myself out there that much when I'm out in person in public because I know how shit goes. Like, if I'm talking to somebody and God put a message inside me to give to them, I'm gonna say that shit, and it's probably gonna take them to a whole nother situation. And for ooh, my bad, y'all. I dropped the goddamn. I dropped the phone on the floor. I'm gonna get you. Who finna get y'all? Not me. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get my short ass out this truck just to get y'all. Cause I'm a big bitch and I can't bend down like that for real. Not in this. I can bend down. Don't do me, okay? Not like that. Cause I got too much rolls and stomach and all that. Yeah, I got all that. So like, mind your business, ho. But back to what I was saying. I've experienced shit before where, like, I've come across somebody in my passing that I touched with what I said. And I really be enjoying that shit because I like to see and experience, the change that they get to, that they get to go through from meeting me. I know how powerful I am. And I also know that, like I was saying, it can get really, really bad. Like, it can get really bad because of the type of person that I'm basically talking to. Like, it can really cause a really massive effect, a real massive effect if I don't choose my words wisely when I'm out and about. You know what I'm saying? And I actually have examples of what I mean by that. And we'll start off with the ones where you try to talk to somebody that's been through so much and they have not healed. And you can tell they have not healed and they're really going through it. But, this was back in the day, like, when I was 21 and I was back at my mama crib after everything that happened to me in my life. For those that don't know what happened to me around the age of 21, then you gotta go search it up. I'm not gonna tell you the story. Why did I say story like that? But I'm not gonna tell y'all the story. You gotta go search it up if you really want to know what happened to me around the age of 21, okay? But during that time, there was this homeless man that would roam around the community where I lived, right? And I would see him going through the trash and mixing the drinks in the trash in one bottle and drinking that. And every chance he got, when he was able to get alcohol, he got alcohol or weed and stuff like that. And he was just, basically, I guess, making himself numb to the world. And he, like I said, would be around, and my brother would interact with him for certain things and all that jazz. And when he would come see my brother, that's when I would interact with him and all that. And where the fuck is my lighter? Oh, hell no. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. Actually, I'll still talk. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, what the fuck? No, but like I said, I would interact with him every once in a while because of my brother and stuff like that, right? And when he would come over every once in a while, I'll ask him, like, hey, how he's doing, all that jazz. And he's like, oh, good, yada, yada, yada. But at first, I can't remember what he told me to call him. I think he told me to call him Nay, but I knew his name wasn't Nay. His name was something else. But he told me to call him Nay. The first time we had a conversation, he was like, my name is Nay, call me Nay, and all that jazz. And I'm just like, okay, well, my name's Lina, nice to meet you. He's like, it was a weird situation. You can tell this man was, yeah. You could tell that man was going through it. And when I seen him around, every once in a while, the people in the community, the men, should I say, in the community would do that man dirty, you know. They would, you know, try and shoo him away, and even though they interacted with him every once in a while, they would shoo him away sometimes and yell at him and all that jazz. And there was even one night where a man had a pipe in his hand and he was about to hit him. He didn't. Almost though. But the thing was, he wanted them to hurt him. He wanted people to be mean to him. I seen it. I don't know. It's like that man wanted to feel pain. He wanted to be numb and feel pain at the same time. He wanted to feel something that wasn't the pain that he already felt. It's like he got so comfortable with being mistreated and did wrong that that's what he craved. To feel something, he craved hatred. He craved pain. He craved people talking down to him, doing him wrong. But I also know that deep down inside, he didn't want that. He just wanted attention. He just wanted to be, I don't know, a part of something maybe. But like I said, I would talk to him, and it got to a point where I would be sitting on the porch outside and he would come up there and sit up there. And I think it's because I was there, right? And he would come sit up there and he would talk to me and, you know, all that jazz. And I would talk to him and I asked him, because he would always run away after a while. After we had like a little conversation and I said something, he would run away. Like literally he would get up like, okay, I gotta go. You know, like he left. And I was, yeah. And the neighbors, the people, the community, they seen me. I didn't give no fuck. What do you mean? Y'all was so mean to this man, and I'm the only nice motherfucker over here talking to him. Actually trying to have a conversation with this man. It is a human after all. Last time I checked, a human looks like that. like this is what a human look like. He got 5 fingers. He got 10 toes. He got the other 5 fingers. He got a nose. He got eyes. He got ears. He got a head. He got a body. He got a vessel. It looks like he can breathe. He can talk just like us. He can see just like us. He can hear just like us. I'm pretty sure that means if you walk like a duck, talk like a duck, sound like a duck, that bitch is a duck, right? So if you walk like a human, talk like a human, sound like a human, that might just be a human. So why are we treating him like he's nothing? Why are we treating him like he's trash? Why are we treating him bad? Because he's homeless? Because he's drowning himself in alcohol and drugs? Because he craves the pain and the name calling and the cursing that you'll do for him, that he basically does negative to you so you can do negative to him. And it's mostly the negative that he does is mostly probably being annoying, maybe even saying some out of pocket shit. That's still a human, bro. He went through something. And I know he did because he told me. And I didn't know everything, you guys. Like I said, motherfuckers come to me and they tell me their life stories sometimes. And it's crazy, right? But he came to me. And I asked him, why do you keep running away from me? And I'm just trying to have a simple conversation with you. But you interact with those people over there. And they only do wrong to you. And he sat there. And I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know. if this was the same conversation or what, but I think it was the same conversation when I said that. And he said, because when I talk to you, I need to drink, because if I don't drink when I talk to you and I'm sober, I start to feel all that shit that you're trying to put on me. He's basically telling me I can't talk to you unless I'm drunk, because if I'm not drunk, you make me feel. You make me feel the shit that I'm going through. You make me open my eyes to the things, so I can't talk to you. I can't interact with you. I can't open up. I can't tell you the shit that I went through, the shit that I've seen, the shit that I've experienced. And then, I don't know if this was just, like I said, this was the same conversation or if this was a different conversation, but he literally said, what do you want me to tell you? That I watched my mom get gangbanged while I was young? And I was just sitting there and I was just like, ooh. In my head, I was like, ooh, but my face didn't change. I hope it didn't, because when I tell you, bro, that bomb that he dropped on me, I was like, whoa. And then, after he said that, he got up and ran off. Like he always do. But this time, he never came back. And I'm not gonna hold you, you know, I seen him around, but he never came back. And not only that, when I did have conversations with him, there was this dude that was shooing him away from me every once in a while, like, get away from her, like, leave, because, like I said, he was a homeless man, and da-da-da, and that was one of my brother's friends, and yeah, some shit, yeah. But if you know the story, I don't know if motherfuckers know the story, but if you know the story about that nigga, then yeah. But yeah, after that, like I said, he didn't come back around and all that jazz. And I think winter time came or some shit like that, and I was in the crib, so I didn't really see him in anything. All that and stuff, like, I didn't really see him in anymore. And then after a while, I don't know how long after, but my brother came to me and he was like, you know, supposedly such and such unalived himself. And I'm just like, you know, that man got bullied and all that, bro. It was sad. Like, I didn't feel bad because he was free, you know? The things that I seen that he went through and all that, he was free from all that pain and all that sorrow that he carried. And like, I was okay with that, you know? Like I said, that nigga got bullied. And it was sad because my brother was like, how do you feel? How do you feel that he killed himself and you bullied him and da 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 da? Whole time, y'all, my brother was, and I'm not gonna lie, my brother bullied him. Why did my brother bully that nigga? I don't know. I don't know what that nigga got going on in his life, but it wasn't just him. It was the other motherfuckers too. Like I said, they was just the men. The men was just doing dumb men shit, which made no fucking sense. Like, but yeah, and I know my brother felt that shit, cause I told him I didn't bully him. You did. Don't try to project that onto me. He ain't say shit. It was crazy, bro. But yeah, that's what happens when you try to talk to somebody that is way deep down in there. And you are not prepared for what you're going to hear, and not only that, equipped to that conversation, especially when it's just a human that's passing by. You got to be careful when you open up to stuff like that. You know? You got to be really careful. Like, if they don't want to have the conversation, don't force it. That's why I say, when I talk at work, I have to be careful with certain things I say, because certain things can trigger certain things and cause certain things. Now, I'm not saying he did what he did because of me, because he has so much going on in life. But what I do know is, I could have been a part of it. I could have been that little bit, that little 1%, because I made him think about that shit. And now he's going through all that. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. So I'm not upset. I'm not sad. I'm not doubting, or not doubting myself, but like, I'm not down. I don't know how to say it. I'm basically not doing myself in because of what happened, because I know it wasn't me. I know that it was just his time. But now that we've talked about the, I guess, negative or the bad aspect of a healer going to somebody in their day-to-day lives, and it's helping somebody, and it could also hurt somebody. So I was actually, where the fuck is that? My bad, y'all. I need me an ashtray. Ashtray, tray. Nah, but back on the good side, you know, there was this time where I was in the fabric store, right? And I was trying to find some fabric for like this craft I wanted to do, this design or whatever I wanted to do, right? And I'm walking around, I'm looking at the fabric and stuff like that, and I see this woman, and I think we were looking at the lace fabrics, and they had different type of lace fabrics. They had one with flowers, and they had green ones, they had white ones, cream ones. I think they had like, and it was also mesh, so it was like red and black and all those colors. It was really beautiful though. The lace ones, oh, they were so pretty. I was just like, yes. But she came up to me, and I don't know how we started talking, but like I said, I think it was about the lace and how beautiful they were and all that jazz. And then we started talking about something, and I think it was like her life or something. Something happened to where like she was saying that she made a mistake or something like that. And I'm just like, it's okay, you know, it happens, you know? And she was like, yeah, but I such and such. I can't remember exactly what she said, because that was a moment for me, her, and God, for real. But what I do remember was telling her, it's okay. You're human. We all make mistakes. I remember telling her that. I just can't remember exactly the conversation we had when I said that. But when I said that, I seen in her eyes that she was just like, who is this person? Like, I basically seen in her eyes that message that I gave her from God really hit her soul. And she was just like, she was like, you are something, like, you are so mature. And I was just like, yeah, people always say that I'm mature for my age. They always said that ever since I was younger. When I was a little kid, you're such a mature girl for your age. I'm like, yeah. Just because I know a lot of shit don't mean like it means shit, but like yeah. Like, okay, like it's not a compliment. Like, it's a compliment, but it's not a compliment. Like, it's a good and a bad. Like, but yeah. And we were smiling and laughing, and then that happened, right? And then we going on about the store. Well, she's going her way, I'm going my way, and we happened to see each other again. And I was in the sewing aisle, or the needle and thread aisle. I was trying to match my thread to my fabric, right? And she came up to me and she was like, whoa, you got a lot of fabric. I was like, yeah, I got a lot of free time. Y'all, this is when I had no job. Like, I had free time. Like, what are we talking about? I had free time. So I was like, shit, I'm finna try something. Shit, I'm finna create something. Shit, I don't know what, but we gonna see what we come out with. But yeah, I was, picking my thread and stuff like that. And she said, what you do is you put it next to the fabric to see if it blends good with the fabric. And she literally grabs my fabric and grabs the thread and she puts it together, and she was helping me. And I'm just like, look at God. I bumped into this woman. She has something on her heart, bro. Excuse me. She has something on her heart that God knew I could help. God used me as a vessel in that moment to help that person, to heal that thing that was on her heart, that was on her chest. And we had the conversation, and you can tell she was lighter. I don't know, man. It's still crazy to me till this day, the fact that God uses me as a vessel to truly help humans, like to truly help the world, to truly help heal people, especially when my day-to-day people, and not even just day-to-day people that I see when I'm going on outside and I'm just randomly walking and I come across somebody. Oh my God, your shirt looks so beautiful. Oh my God, thank you. I like your hair. Oh, thank you, girl. You know what I'm saying? That burgundy looks so good on you, girl. I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And we just compliment for compliment, baby. We just over here giving love and appreciation to the strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly enjoy that. And not only that, when we go in depth and people start telling me their stories and all their lives, I'm like, damn, really? Wow. And you know what's funny? Today, I literally told, because it was me, this girl, and this guy up at the front, right? And I literally was telling them about my life, like back when I was 21 and shit like that, like with my roommate and how that shit happened, because motherfuckers don't realize that I've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I can't remember how we got on that topic, but I was telling them like how I was with the roommate and the gun and all that extra shit. Yeah, and they was just sitting there like, whoa. And the guy was listening because I was telling the girl, gossip, right? But I was telling the girl about my life and stuff like that. And she was like, oh my God. And the guy was sitting there and I seen him smiling and he was smirking. And I'm just like, yeah, but I'm not, because I was talking about the time where I had grabbed a knife. All right. This is not violence. It's educational purposes, right? But like, I was saying some non-joking, things, real things about 3 tires on a car and the weapon of choice that I said earlier. So, but yeah, I was telling them that and everything. And telling her that and everything, and he, like I said, he was listening and he was smirking, and I was like saying like, but I'm not really like a bad person, like, in what you, because if somebody hears that story and they don't know me, they would think like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Like, no, I'm not really crazy, because I knew what I was doing in my mind, and I didn't give a fuck, because you weren't, for those that know the story, you know the story, okay? If you don't, go back in the past to get the story, okay? Like, on my channel, you get this story on my channel, the past and the story on my channel, okay? Cool. But on my channel, it's on my channel, you know, the channel. Let me stop. But like, yeah, I was telling him about that. And he was like, no, you know, like, I'm not, you know, smiling about that. It's just, I'm just listening to it. It's crazy. He's like, it's wild. And I'm just like, yeah, my life was wild, bro. And motherfuckers wouldn't even believe that shit, because I don't look like where I've came from. Like, motherfuckers think I'm not like that, but I'm like that. And that's the crazy thing, because I can handle myself and I can control myself, and I'm not really like that anymore, because I'm more mature than what the mature back then was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was mature back then, but I'm mature now. Like it's a different mature. Like, I've elevated in my maturity. Like, you can never be not mature, or should I say, you can never be not, you can never elevate in your maturity. There we go. You can never not elevate in your maturity. You can always elevate in your maturity, should I say. So you can always elevate in everything in the motherfucking world. So it's just like, yes, I was not mature. That I was not the mature that I am now than I was back then, okay? I'm way more mature, okay? But yeah, I was telling him that, like, yeah, I was. And just think, like, if we really sit here and think about it, like, just 4 years ago, my life was like that. Ducking and dodging and crying and talking and fighting and all that. Suicidal, all that. Like, it was 4 years. 4 years it's been 4 years since that shit happened. I can't even believe that shit. Like it feels like it was yesterday, but at the same time, I don't even dwell on it to the point where I can't even believe that it's been so long since that shit happened, and how much I've been through since then. What I've learned since then. What I've basically equipped since then. Within my knowledge, within my wisdom, within my spirit, what I've equipped within that time. It is crazy, bro. And the fact that God uses me is just insane. Shit. Motherfuckers just don't know me. Like, bitch, you just don't know me. Nobody knows me except God and my ancestors. Not even my family truly know me. Like, and that's okay. Sometimes you don't need to be played with. They do know. You got an army behind you. They do know. You be real strict. My bad, yo. Like I said, that Wi-Fi, bro. I like to sit outside, so y'all gonna have to be okay with that shit for, I don't know, a little bit, I guess. But yeah, when you are someone that is like me, that is meant to walk the world and truly help people, and not just the surface level help, but truly let people know, like, deep down inside, you are holding in and festering something inside you, and you need to let that shit go. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that shit, because motherfuckers can really do some damage in different ways. But yeah, that's what happened today, bro. I was chill. Like I was saying, my body was letting me know, but at the same time, I was chill, because I knew that it don't need to get like that. I don't need to freak out. I'm chill. This woman ain't gonna do nothing. For one, I am behind the counter. For two, you have to get over this counter to touch me. For three, if you throw something at me, you're leaving. I'm not even going. What? What are you talking about? Give us back our stuff and leave. And you're a trespass. You're not coming back. What are we talking about? But no. Simple conversation. She could have been trespassed. I could have been like, no, like, you need to be trespassed because what are we talking about? Like, I could have been extra. But no. I let you have it. Gave it to God. And whatever God does, hopefully what God does is allow her to learn her lesson so she can do better. One thing about being a healer, bro, and I know we're talking about a whole nother topic now because whatever, who cares, right? But another thing about being a healer is, y'all, that's tragic. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I hate when that shit happens. And I was just talking about it too, but then I got sidetracked. But yeah, it is what it is, bro. Y'all, I don't know what I want to eat. I know it's late as fuck at night. Late as fuck. Like at night. Late at night. Late as fuck at night. Whatever the fuck. I don't even fuck. I'm tired of figuring out how the words go. Let me say flip flop floof flap flam. What the fuck? Why can't we talk like that? Flip flop floof flap flam. Like, you know what that means? God damn. My bad, y'all. I hate when my speech be fucking up. That shit be so annoying. Like, I'm trying to say something. Like, let me talk. I was going to say, I don't know what I want to eat. And I know it's late at night. But, like, I haven't eaten since, like, what time did I eat today? I think 6:30. Anyway, I'll eat at random times. And I know you need to get on a diet. I mean, not a diet. You need to get on a routine. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously. No, let me stop. But I got some baked barbecue chicken, homemade, with some potato salad that my mama made. Or eat some of the Chipotle that I got. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to eat the barbecue chicken with the mashed potatoes with the potato salad. That shit sounds so good right now. Oh. Y'all, the message is done. I was just ranting that a little bit at the end, but yeah. Don't let the negative shit rub off on you and you give it back. Give back kindness. Like they say, kill whatever with kindness. Kill the ugly with kindness. Kill the whatever the negativity with kindness. Whatever the fuck they say with the kindness shit. Like, I can't think of it. Like, I can't think of it, bro. Yeah, I'm not good with words, bro. That shit be annoying sometimes. Like, I could talk, that's one thing, but at the same time, when it's phrases and other extra shit, okay. Listen. I can tell you my phrase, but I can't remember somebody else's. Anyway, that's about it, y'all. I'm finna go, bro, and figure out my life. Y'all, remember, kill it with kindness, bro. Don't let these motherfuckers hate on you, and you allow the hate to be put back. Should I say, you don't allow the hate to be placed in you. Kill it with kindness, bro. Don't let these motherfuckers win. Say, fuck you, hoe. We over here winning. You ain't finna ruin my night, bitch. I still left out that motherfucker stove, laughing and motherfucking dancing, bitch. Oh, me, I was literally in the motherfucking store. My mom. Fuck you. Damn, give me my fucking voice, bitch. Shit. Sorry, that was a little crash out. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I was saying, my mama came into the store and I was just cheesing, bro. I did not care about what happened with that woman. I was just like, ma'am, I can see it. And I'm not even going to be mad because I know it's not me. Did I feel a little energy shift? Yes. Did I feel something happening in my body? Yes. But would I call it anger? No. Would I call it agitation? A little bit, but not really. Would I call it... I don't know. I wouldn't know what I would call that feeling that I felt during that time. But it was none of those. But it was something, bro. But I ain't let it stop me, bro. Because like I said, bitch, I'm on a high horse right now. You can knock me down. Fuck you talking about. We gonna say hi too, bitch. Hey! Yo, you're funny up there! Oh, my bad, y'all. These motherfuckers literally put something in my head. Hey! But... Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go. Have a good night, y'all. Good day. Good evening. Whatever time it is for you. And don't forget to check out my channel. Check me out. Shit, this might not be the only message. Some of you motherfuckers might not even watch my shit. I might literally just be talking to myself this whole time, and I'm okay with that. Somebody will eventually see me and hear me and listen and be like, damn, she actually talking some real shit. Huh. Let me write that shit down. Wait on it. I'm gonna be on that motherfucker. I know when that highlight blink. I can only be one thing. Ever since I left the city, you. Listen, I was trying to sing that song, but with a different thought process, like the different meaning. But y'all get it. I don't have to explain it all. But that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna go back in the crib and relax and watch me some movies or shows. Whichever one. But peace out, y'all. Don't forget, kill them with kindness, baby. Kill them with kindness.